Let's be honest, the lash industry is very crowded. However, that doesn't mean that you can't stand out. Lash artists that I talk to are always trying to find ways to make themselves the go-to lash artist, whether it's marketing on foot or on social media. And today I'm going to share with you some tips, as this is part 2 of our target audience marketing series. Hey y'all, I'm T the Brand, fellow lashpreneur and lash marketing mentor. I teach lash artists to market smarter, lash better, and keep clients coming back. Welcome to my channel. And if you're listening to the Powerhouse Lash podcast, thank you for coming back for another episode. Today we are going to be talking about part 2 of this little marketing series that I've started. And today we're going to be talking about branding, or creating your brand for your lash business. Now, there are a lot of misconceptions about a brand and what it is. Some people believe that a brand means that you sell products like lashes, glue, tweezers, whatever the case may be. Other people, like myself, encourage and teach you that a brand is simply the identity of your business. It is how we recognize you from Powerhouse Lash Haven, which is my lash business. And I'm going to share with you some things today that I think are going to be very helpful for you to create a brand that is 1, sustainable, 2, timeless, and 3, really attracts your ideal clients. So let's get into it. So the first thing that we're going to talk about regarding your brand identity is your target audience. And this is first because it is super important. Last week I released a video, and I believe the name of the video is how to get more lash clients or something like that. But on the thumbnail it says 7 ways to attract your ideal client. And that video explains everything about a target audience, how to understand them, how to create them, how to connect with them. Now, this is the foundation of your business, because your business is to serve them. So everything that you do within the business should be connected with this person, or they should be able to connect and relate to. And the way that your business looks, i.e. your brand identity, it should definitely be in alignment with this person. So first things first, if you don't know who your target audience is, go back to that video, watch it. I also have some other videos, what is the name of that video? Master Your Audience, Master Your Marketing, that does a deep dive into understanding your target audience as well. If you don't want to go through and watch those videos, if you have watched those videos and you still don't have a good understanding of how you can make this work for you, book a Power Hour mentorship call with me. The link is in the description box. These calls are for us to get you set on whatever it is that you need for your business. If that's to understand and create your target audience, if it's to understand how to set your pricing, if you need help with your policies, if you need a content strategy or a marketing plan, that's what that call is for. It's a mentorship call, and I do the mentoring, you do the menteeing, and it works out well. Okay, so target audience is the first thing that we want to have for our brand identity. The second thing that we're going to talk about is your brand logo. This is the image that a lot of us use to attach with our brands. Very simple on the logo. I say keep your logo simple. And that is my recommendation, because when the logo has too much going on, meaning if the script is too cursive and I can't read it, so I'm not paying attention to it, I'm scrolling on. Make sure that whatever you use for a logo, that it is timeless, meaning that if you don't ever change your logo, it will still resonate with the woman that you want to service with your business. And for this is why I don't recommend having like the cartoon caricature logos, or some type of fairy tale animated logo, because it may not age well. Trendy logos, the caricature logos with you, with a picture of you holding tweezers, those are so trendy back in 2020. But here in 2025, almost 26, nobody cares about that anymore, especially if your target audience are women who don't care about cartoons, if that's not important to them, if that's not interesting or attractive to them. So with your logo, you want to make it timeless, you want to make it clean. I say keep it simple, make sure that it's legible. We're not going to go too much into logos because I don't have too much to say about them. That's just my 2 cents on the logo. So we can move on to number 3, which are your brand colors. Color should not be chosen based off of just what you like or what seems most convenient to access. For example, pink. Pink things for the lash girls are everywhere. But how many other lash businesses have pink things everywhere? And what does pink really communicate to the person that you want to service? Remember, you're not building this business based off of what you want or what you like. You're building this business to attract your target audience or your dream clients. And you can't do that if you are using colors that aren't attractive to her. One of the things that I strongly recommend you do when you are choosing your brand colors is to research color psychology. You can either do this on Pinterest or on Google. I'm sure ChatGPT, which we now call her Chatty the Baddie. Shout out to Jasmine of the Melanated Lash Network for giving me that name. So you can ask Chatty the Baddie about color psychology. But what it does is it tells you the feelings that every color makes people feel. So let's say if you look up red for color psychology, it's going to give you the good, strong, powerful feelings that red may invoke in somebody, and it's going to give you the bad, negative, you might not want to use these color feelings that it may work in somebody. And what's important is that you pick a color combination that will give your clients the feels that they are looking for when they see your colors. What do you want people to see when they see your business or your branding? Do you want them to feel excited? Do you want them to feel energized? Do you want them to feel relaxed? Do you want them to feel calm or playful? The colors matter, and they're not just there to serve as, oh, I thought this was pretty. Color psychology is your friend. Don't forget it. Okay, let's move on. Number 4 brings us to typography, or the fonts that you use. I don't have a whole lot to say about this. I kind of touched on it when we talked about logos. What's most important about the fonts that you use are that they are legible. We like to use all the, like I mentioned, the cute scripts and the cursives and all the things, but you have about 3 seconds to capture somebody's attention on social media before they're scrolling on to the next post. And if they're scrolling because they can't read what you're posting, that's an unnecessary problem to have. So I'm not saying don't use fonts that you like. Just make sure the fonts that you like are very legible. Also, you want to try your best to stay consistent with fonts. This is something that I do not do. And I am trying to get better at in this season of my business. I don't know what to consider this season of my business, but I've just found some fonts that I like, and consistently I am trying to use them. What this helps with the consistency of using the same fonts is people to be able to recognize that it's you when you post something. So remember, like I said, the brand identity is the face of your business. This is how we're able to recognize your business when we see it on social media. And if you are constantly using the same kind of fonts and using them in the same way, meaning you may have a big font for your header or for your hook, you may have a different kind of font for a piece of the body, and then your small print may say something else. If this is consistent, over time we're going to know, oh, that's T the brand, or oh, that's Stanley cup right here. Oh, that's Stanley, you know, whose lash business that is. And it just makes it easier to recognize. So moving on to number 5 is our brand message. And this is what trips a lot of lash artists up, because we think too hard about it. And although it does require some thought and some brain power, it's not a mission statement, so it's not some long drawn out thing. This sentence is great to go in your bio if you don't know what to put in your bio. If you have something in your bio like 20 times certified, I don't know, versatile lash artist, this is what that is for. It's a simple sentence that lets your target audience know who you are, what you do, and why they need you. For example, mine would be, I'm a lash marketing mentor. I teach lash artists to market smarter, lash better, and keep clients come back. You know who I am. I'm T the Brand. You're on my page. You can see that. Excuse me again. You know what I do. I teach lash artists to market smarter, lash better, keep clients coming back, and you know why you need me. If you have any of those issues, you don't know how to market, you don't know how to lash well, and you don't know how to keep clients coming back or get clients in, that is all that you need to do. Create a simple sentence or 2 sentences max that helps your target audience know who you are, what you do, and why they need you. This also helps you with your content creation process. It keeps you focused on what's important. I know that I need to make content that help lash artists understand how to market smarter. I know I need to make content that help lash artists understand how to lash better. And I know I need to create content that helps lash artists understand how to keep clients coming back. So this keeps you from, or keeps me, you, whatever, plug yourself in, from creating content that is really kind of unnecessary. Does that mean you shouldn't post content like Day in the Lives with me and things to help lash artists or help lash clients understand you, connect better with you? No, that's not what I'm saying. You still need that kind of content. But the point is, everything that you post should be going directly toward that target audience or being posted for the target audience, and it should be able to connect with them. In the last video, the video that I mentioned, like the 7 ways to attract about your ideal client that's talking about a target audience, I give the example of a bull's eye. The bull's eye is the red target symbol, and the middle of the circle is where you want to hit. That is the goal. That is your target audience. The darts that you are throwing to hit that circle, that is your content. Anything that you are putting out on the internet through your Lash business, it should be directed toward your target audience. And every time they see your content, they ought to feel hit. Like, ooh, that I can relate to that. Ooh, that's so me. Ooh, those lashes are pretty. I need to book with T the brand. So that's the point of that. So don't overthink your brand message. Make it clear, make it clean, make it easy for you to follow and easy for whoever reads it to understand, to process, and to connect with. All right, so let's move on now. Lastly, number 6 is the tone or voice that you set for your business, your brand. Now, this comes by way of you showing up online. I just had a Power Hour mentorship call with the Lash artist yesterday, and she just finished her time working at a salon, and she is now an independent lash artist. And one of her main things were, I do not like showing up on camera. She doesn't like to show her face. She doesn't want to have to talk on camera. But the truth of the matter is, people are booking with people, not with just pages of eyeballs of lashes and videos. That is one thing that she understood, but we did have to talk about the importance of her showing up. You need to show up on social media. People need to see you so that they know if they're booking with you or if they're booking with Bob the Builder to get their lashes done. People need to be able to hear you so that they can better connect with you and your brand. If you were to create a caption and nobody knows how your voice sound, your cadence sound, just nothing about you, there is no way for them to match your actual tone to that caption. So what happens is they create their own, and sometimes their own isn't a good reflection of who you are, isn't a reflection of who you are at all, good or bad. And what you want is to make sure that you are aligning your content, your captions, your everything, your tone, your voice with your target audience. They need to be able to feel like they can understand you. They need to feel like they can connect with you, that they relate to you. And the only way that they'll really know if they're able to do that is if they hear from you. Pictures and graphics aren't enough just to simply communicate. Remember, intimate, independent business. This isn't a chain where they can go and find other people talking about it. If nobody is showing up for your business, who's gonna know how to trust your business? You are building trust through the internet, or trying to get people to come and allow you to work on their eyes. So it's very important that you set the tone, that you set the voice for your business, that you are able to show up and let people know, hey, this is who I am, this is my business, this is what we stand for, this is what I stand for, this is what I represent. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I know that it can be scary, so some practical things that you can do to get used to showing up on camera is set your phone up and talk to it. Do some introductory videos like, hey, my name is T the Brand. I do XY, that brand message that we talked about. Hey y'all, I'm T the Brand, fellow lashpreneur and marketing mentor. I help lash artists market smarter, lash better, keep clients coming back. And then critique it. Do it with some grace for yourself, though. Don't just pick it apart like, oh, I hate how I sound, or oh, I don't like how my hair, because that's what I used to do. I used to criticize myself instead of critique myself, and that was not constructive or productive at all. So go back and kind of pick apart those videos and correct the things that you want to correct. Remember, this is not for you to beat yourself up, but it is a training exercise to help you get more comfortable, and then you don't even have to post that video. Also, what Instagram allows you to do, you can practice lives on Instagram. So when you go to Instagram, you open up the live feature, you have the option to broadcast that live to everyone or go into a practice mode. That way it's just you and the camera, and you can get used to talking about whatever. And when it comes to live, they're a great way to connect with your ideal clients or your target audience. And you have so much that you can already talk about, even if you feel like you don't. There are simple things that clients need to understand. For example, why a lash bath is important. Go live and talk about all the reasons why you do a lash bath to help them during the service and why they should do a lash bath at home. Go live about isolation and what it actually is and why you do it, and help your clients. Like, you don't have to be live for long, and the beautiful thing about it is you can save those lives to your profile, and now you have a whole nother piece of content. And don't get me started on content, because just from a lash bath topic, you can create a live, a story, a carousel, a static post, and a reel. Off that one topic, we have 5 different pieces of content, okay? So these are all the things that I teach about a brand identity, how to create the face of your business so that other people, your target audience and dream clients, are able to really connect with you. Think about who this person is. Remember, if you don't know who your target audience is, everything you do for your business at some point is going to start to crumble because you are not building it for the people who are going to be able to help you sustain it or pay you to, keep the business running. So definitely make sure that you watch those videos that I recommended, and definitely make sure that you book a Power Hour mentorship call if it is something that you need. They're very affordable and you get way more bang for your buck. So I hope that this video was helpful. I'm looking forward to getting into part 3 where we can talk about some more content things in relation to your target audience. But for now, you have enough homework. Get that target audience done and connect that brand identity to your target audience, and let's get to it. I will see y'all in the next one.